I think we've all seen it, maybe with our parents, our grandparents. That feeling that getting older just means getting weaker, more frail, losing that spark. It's a really common fear, right? But what if I told you that science is painting a totally different picture? A path where aging doesn't have to mean decline.
So that brings us to the big question, the one we all wonder about. Is this whole process, getting tired, losing strength, is it just inevitable? Is it something we just have to accept?
Well, the answer, based on some really incredible new research, is a resounding no. It's not inevitable. The science is pretty clear on this. You have more control than you probably think. You actually get a choice in how you age. Okay, so let's dive into how this works. To really understand how we can fight back against that fatigue, we have to go right to the source. And it all starts deep, deep inside every single one of our cells. I want you to meet your mitochondria. Now, you probably remember these from biology class as the powerhouses of the cell. But honestly, a much better way to think about them is as trillions, and I mean trillions, of tiny little batteries. They are generating the power for literally everything your body does. And this slide right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. See, when we're young, our mitochondria are like brand new, fully charged batteries, just pumping out energy. But as we get older, well, they're like the batteries in an old flashlight. They start to wear down, they lose their charge, and that's when our energy just fades. So, if our cellular batteries are wearing down, what's the game plan? Well, the first step is actually a cleanup. You've got to clear out those old junk batteries to make space for fresh, powerful new ones. And amazingly, our bodies have a built-in system just for this. It's a remarkable compound called urolithin A. Just think of it as your cell's own dedicated cleanup crew. Its whole job is to go in, find those worn-out old mitochondria, and clear them out so your body can generate new ones. And this is where it gets really exciting, because we can see the real-world impact. In a Swiss clinical trial, a group of older adults were given urolithin A. In just 4 months, their muscle strength went up by a significant 12%. And the group that got the placebo? Nothing. No change at all. But wait, it gets even better. Check this out. Their walking endurance, how far they could walk before getting tired, improved by 60 meters. To really picture that, imagine a 20-story building tipped over on its side. That's how much farther they could go. That is a massive gain in real-world stamina. And the benefits just kept stacking up. The study also found a 22% improvement in the actual health of the mitochondria, a 7% boost in how efficiently their bodies used oxygen, and, this is huge, a 16% drop in a key marker for inflammation. I mean, we're talking about a total system upgrade here. Okay, so the big question is, how do I get more of this stuff? Well, here's the cool part. Your body actually makes it. Your gut bacteria create urolithin A from compounds found in specific foods. And we're talking about delicious stuff like pomegranates, walnuts, and all kinds of berries. They're packed with the raw materials your body needs. All right, so we've found a way to recharge our cellular energy. Now, let's build on that. Let's talk about the next piece of the puzzle, which is all about protecting the very structure that holds us up and keeps us moving, our muscles. So here's a pretty stark reality check. After we hit 30, we all start to lose muscle mass. It's a natural process called sarcopenia, and it can rob us of 3 to 8% of our muscle every single decade. And a loss of muscle is a direct loss of strength, of balance, of independence. But here again, we can absolutely fight back. A massive analysis of over 2,000 older adults found that those who got plenty of omega-3s saw real, measurable benefits. Now, I know what you're thinking. These percentages might look small, but in the world of aging, a 4% increase in grip strength, that is huge. That can be the difference between opening a jar on your own or having to ask for help. So where do we find these powerhouse fats? Well, oily fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are just fantastic sources. And if you're more plant-based, no problem. Foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts provide the building blocks your body needs to create these essential omega-3s. Okay, so we've recharged our cellular batteries and we've started rebuilding our muscles. Now for the final, crucial piece of this puzzle, defending our cells from the constant daily wear and tear that drains our energy. To get this, we need to talk about something called SOD. Now, the name itself is a mouthful, so don't worry about it. Just focus on this analogy. Think of SOD as a tiny fire extinguisher inside your body, putting out the little fires of oxidative stress that damage your cells all day long. And these little fires, this oxidative stress, it comes from everywhere. Think about all the stuff we deal with: pollution, not getting enough sleep, maybe eating processed foods. All of these things create constant little sparks of damage inside us. And over time, all that wear and tear just chips away at our energy and speeds up the aging process. So the question is, can we actually boost our internal fire department? Oh, absolutely. There was this great French clinical trial that looked at an extract from melons, which are super rich in SOD. And in just 4 weeks, participants saw their own SOD activity jump by 18%. And the actual damage to their cells went down by 10%. That's incredible. And the best part is, you have some delicious options for building up your defenses. Of course, there are melons like cantaloupe and honeydew, but you can also build up your cellular firefighting team by eating things like spinach, broccoli, and even just drinking green tea. Wow. So we've covered a lot of ground here, right? From cellular batteries to muscle strength to tiny fire extinguishers. So now let's pull all 3 of these powerful strategies together into one simple, proactive plan that you can actually use. Here it is. It's a simple 3-step strategy. Step 1, recharge. You fuel up those cellular batteries with foods like pomegranates and berries. Step 2, rebuild. You protect and build your muscle strength with those omega-3 rich foods. And finally, step 3, defend. You defend yourselves from daily stress with things like melons and green tea. Recharge, rebuild, and defend. That's a powerful combination. Look, this isn't about some complicated plan for the distant future. This is about simple, proactive choices you can start making with your very next meal. So the final question isn't for me, it's for you. Looking at this plan, what's the first small step you're going to take?